First of all, this men's doubles should be explosive. The world champions Yun and Fu Haifeng up against Candra WIJAYA and Tony Gunawan, the Olympic champions from Sydney 2000. So Yun and Fu Haifeng, of course, the left-hander. He's the younger of the two men, 23 years of age, whereas Yun 26. They have a world ranking of number one seeds here, of course, and they were winners of the All England Championships 2 years ago. Very disappointing for them last year here at the All England. They lost to the Malaysian pair Lin Woon Fui and Mohamed Farazi Suwan Tazari. But this year have looked in much better form. So in the second round, again against another Malaysian pair, Ong Soon Hock and Tan Bin Shen, they went the full distance. In fact, that Malaysian pair actually beat the Chinese at the Malaysian Open, the first of the Super Series events earlier this year. And then the quarterfinal yesterday, no real problems against Robert Matusiak and Michael Logos. 2 straight games, as you see, 21-11, 21-14. So their opponents, Candra WIJAYA and Tony Gunawan. These two men reformed their partnership, and what a sensation since they've done that. In fact, WIJAYA thought that he was going to retire from international badminton. He resigned from the National Training Centre, and then his very good friend Tony Gunawan gave him a phone call and said, come on, let's play the Indonesian Open just for a bit of fun. And they won that event, and since then they've decided, well, actually, come on, let's give the Olympics a go. So wonderful to see them back together again. Winners, of course, of the All England in 1999. Well, they too have had their problems along the way in the second round against Guo Jingdong and He Han-bin of China. They were winners of the Austrian Open a couple of weeks ago in Vienna. They dropped the opening game there, but came back strongly in that deciding game. Yesterday in the quarter-final, terrific match against the number 4 seeds, Jung Jae-sung and Lee Yong-dae of Korea, 21-18, 23-21. So these two pairs meeting each other for the 4th time, 3 previous encounters, and the advantage with the Indonesians, WIJAYA and Gunawan. In fact, the only time that the Chinese pair have beaten the Indonesians was the very first time they met. That was at the Hong Kong Open in 2006. Met each other in the quarter-final also of the Korean Open, second of the Super Series events in January. Fu Haifeng, 23 years of age. His partner, 26, born in Jiangsu province. The Indonesians, both 31 years of age. Tony Gunawan, who's been living in the United States of America since 2001. So, Darren, this really should be an explosive men's doubles.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to this. A great match to kick us off today in the semi-finals. You know, the explosiveness of the Chinese, the great defence of the Indonesian pair. You know, so it's really a great contrast in styles. Really looking forward to this game.
So, final preparations for both pairs. Chinese, of course, the left and the right-hander. This really should be an explosive men's doubles. Yun and Fu Haifeng, there they are, from China, the reigning world champions here at the All England 2 years ago. They were up against the Indonesians, Candra WIJAYA and Tony Gunawan, who were, of course, the Olympic champions in Sydney 2000, and of course winners of the All England back in 1999, both of them 31 years of age. Our umpire, David Craig, and his service judge will be...
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Tony GUNAWAN, USA, and Candra WIJAYA, Indonesia. And on my left, CAI Haifeng and Yun CAI, China. Yun to serve to Tony GUNAWAN. Love all. Play.
Terrific smash from Candra WIJAYA. And Darren, when we think about the recent form of the Chinese pair, the first two Super Series events of 2007, they lost in the quarterfinal and the last 16, and really looked quite vulnerable. They looked as if they were under real pressure with their status as world champions. Didn't seem to be handling the pressure well at all.
No, absolutely. You know, they're the #1 pair in the world now, so every pair's out to beat them. And it looked like they was feeling the pressure of it all, but obviously they're in the semi-finals now, you know, and they want to start making their mark again.
Of course, these two pairs meeting each other for the fourth time. The last time that they did meet was in the Korean Open, and of course the Indonesians won on that occasion, so I would guess psychological advantage with the Indonesians.
Yeah, I think the Indonesians, you know, they like this sort of game. They get themselves up for it. They are the form pair at the moment. Great smash from Fu there. Straight down the centre of the Indonesians. Good placement.
And I guess we should look out for the power overhead from Fu Haifeng. Of course, he does hold the world record for the fastest smash in international competition, 332 kilometres per hour.
Super drive in, and that's what he's so good at.
But I guess also, Darren, the fact that the Indonesians, to me, one of their real qualities is their anticipation, the way they can read the game. They seem to know what's happening the whole time.
Absolutely. They seem to be always in control. They never panic, looking for the openings, and their movement and working for each other. It's so good. 5-4. Easy finish for GUNAWAN at the net. Great play, and as you see, it's stepping forward onto it. Lovely push down the tram lines.
Yes, it's good low serve. I often think with WIJAYA, though, never seems to settle properly before he serves. It seems that he's just getting himself ready, and then suddenly the serve is gone. No doubt, very effective.
Great start from the Indonesians, coming out very positive. A couple of unforced errors early on from the Chinese pair.
Oh, that's lovely play from Fu Haifeng.
That'll help his confidence. He's missed a few this time, stepping onto it. Down the tram lines, just in between the Indonesian players.
5.
There's the power smash once again.
Lift just a little bit short from WIJAYA. Fu making no mistakes.
This one is obviously disappointed with that. Good to see him smile after the rally. That has to go down as an unforced error. Certainly when the Chinese pair do get on the attack, they are very impressive.
Yeah, this time Kai at the rear of the court, showing his power, kept it going down, varying the smashes. The Chinese Ben really had to win that rally twice. They thought they'd hit a winner, almost turned their back, somehow it came back, but again on the attack.
Now back level.
GUNAWAN just snatching at that from the net.
Push it long. 4 points in a row from the world champions. So they have the slimmest of possible margin at this mid-game interval. Crikey, look at that. Of the 7 winning shots, 6 of them coming from Fu Haifeng.
但是连发球敢拿球并不代表发力，这个一定很明确不这样子啊。其他队主要这个环节都在那是高的，他们都是平的。哎，有点给我这种很舒服的。对，防守的时候那个
Fu Haifeng certainly is a player who can really influence the match. I've seen him at times getting very, very nervous on court, but he does have this ability. He's got such a big smash and he can do some extraordinary shots.
Yeah, I think we saw it, just at the start of the match. Did look a little bit nervous, missed a few from the net, but it just seems the more the game's going on, he's starting to come into it more. I mean, the last 4 rallies, they've just been on the attack. They haven't given the lift away once.
Well, slightly lucky on the defensive shot. Chinese pair use the flick serve, whereas the Indonesians haven't at all. It is awfully dangerous sometimes to use the flick serve in doubles. Gives away the attacking play. You have to play it with deception. Oh, that's brilliant. Clear example of what I was trying to explain. He's either absolutely brilliant or he's looking a little bit tentative.
Absolutely, coming to on his own, he step forward onto the net, rack it up, and once it's in that area, it's lethal. 6
points in a row now for the world champions. Just wide.
13.
The Indonesian pair needed that. They needed to stop the roll the Chinese pair were on.
Well, the anticipation there was extraordinary.
Yeah, great play from Gunawan at the net. Just walked forward, didn't move backwards, held his ground. The power from Fu at the back really setting up the easy kill for Kai. Seems to be their best combination.
Good return of serve.
15. 14.
Okay.
14 all.
And in the smash towards Kai Yun's forehand side. Yeah, not taking it early enough.
Yeah, good play from the Indonesian pair. They was under pressure, but WIJAYA managed to turn the defence into attack. Little block net shot. And this is where we see Fu a little bit rushed. It was under the net.
He's vulnerable to these errors, isn't he? Is it psychological?
Yeah, it's you say, it's such a fine line, and it's either, you know, a fantastic winner, or, you know, we have seen him make, you know, 3 or 4 really unforced errors from him.
Well, those flat, fast exchanges, neither pair willing to give away the attack.
14.
Five points in a row now for the Indonesians.
Clever play from WIJAYA at the front. Standing ground at the net. At the moment, the Indonesian pair definitely coming off best with the driving rallies.
Yeah, good judgment. Missed clearly long of that back line.
18.
Indonesians wanted to change the shuttle. Chinese said no. Umpire says right. Okay, get on with the game. Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, the return drop from WIJAYA straight down the middle. Really no chance for his partner.
Service over. 19.
No serve, just short of the mark. Yep.
Yeah, good movement again. Again through, big smash.
17.
Coming out the net, quick onto the return.
Impressive when they're on the attack, the Chinese pair.
They're just relentless, never stop coming down. In the end, as good as the defence of the Indonesians, they just couldn't handle it.
Did seem to be directing an awful lot of their smashes down on WIJAYA, though. That's a good return of serve. Now 2 game points for the Indonesians. Indonesians, Candra and Tony Gunawan have come through that close opening game. 21-18 confirms the umpire. 17 minutes of explosive action. The final rally of that opening game, and confusion between the two Chinese players, but look at the reaction. That meant a lot to the Indonesians.
Yeah, they'll be delighted with that. They had got off to a good start. All of a sudden the Chinese, it seemed to go in fits and starts, you know, 3 or 4 points, both pairs winning at a time. But the Indonesians will be very pleased to get their first game under the belt.
Well, I'm not surprised about that statistic. Errors made, and more of them coming from FU Haifeng as far as the Chinese pair is concerned. As we were saying earlier, these are brilliant, all making errors. Doesn't seem to be any middle ground as far as FU Haifeng is concerned.
This match is a repeat of the World Championship final with 2 series from China. Please welcome the number 3 seed and world silver medalists, WIJAYA and Yun.
17 minutes from that opening game safely in favour of WIJAYA and GUNAWAN, and very interesting to me, Darren, the fact that the Indonesians, because they're not officially representing Indonesia, because Tony Gunawan has been playing for the United States of America for the last few years, no coaching staff, just left to their own devices.
Absolutely, but I mean, both players are so experienced, you know, they know by now what gets them going, what they need to do. Between the two of them, they can easily work out a game plan.
They have, of course, asked for permission from PBSI, the Indonesian Badminton Association, that they can try and qualify for the Olympic Games in Beijing. Fault ruled on the Chinese pair from David Craig of Scotland. Said that both the Chinese players hit the shuttle. And Yun does not like that call. I have to say, I thought all 4 players were surprised by him.
I don't think any of them quite knew who he was faulting at the time.
2-1.
pushed it long.
1-2.
Wonderful.
Brilliant play from the Indonesian pairing. This time, relentless smashing, good covering, good on at the net, going cross court for a winner.
CAI Haifeng changed his mind.
4-2.
Well, he played a nothing shot, just popping the shuttle up into the hitting zone.
Yeah, right shot from WIJAYA. Saw the gap down the backhand side of FU. Just pushed too long.
So fast at the net from WIJAYA.
5-3.
Well, just prove that he too is no slouch on court. Oh, Yun, yeah, total commitment. Oh no, he pushed it wide. Dong, Chinese coach, offering instruction after every rally. That, of course, he's allowed to do nowadays in badminton.
GUNAWAN was at the net. It was so hard to get it past him. Chinese desperately trying to get the flick over his head. In the end, too short. Straight up the racket of WIJAYA.
Well finished off from CAI Haifeng.
Yeah, covering the court well, moving cross court. Indonesian's attack definitely focused on Kai that time. Even from the cross court, still went at him.
This one would expect Phil to hit more of the winning shots. So explosive in his style.
9-6.
sometimes, Darren, I do think that the Chinese pair rely too heavily on the power play. They base the whole game around that, whereas the Indonesians are so clever, so thoughtful about where they're placing the shuttle.
Yeah, and if you notice, you know, they mix it up a little bit more, take the pressure off, take the pace off the shuttle a little bit more. The Chinese are full on. If it's working, fantastic, but sometimes the errors are creeping into the game.
I've noticed every time that Fu Haifeng serves, he gives a little hand signal to his partner behind the back as to what sort of serve he's going to do, but I don't always see it with Cai Yun.
No, that's right. It's through there. That's just a simple shot just to keep the rally going, but again, he comes to net looking for something extra special.
Yes, for a moment forgot that it was the mid-game interval, eager to get on with the match.
Definitely winning the driving rally at the moment. Just little pushes, mixing it up, changing the angles.
There they are, no coach, just simple instructions to each other and encouragement. Oh, one flick serve from Tony Gunawan. But really, their low serves are so good. There's no need to put in the flick, really. Their opponents can't attack that low serve.
You know, both of them, two of the best low serves in the world, you know, and they want to get on the attack. They don't want to give the lift away straight away.
Wow. Many more flick serves from the Chinese. That's a lovely return of serve. Well, extraordinary defence to start with. Hit them in the rally.
11-all.
Yeah, there's the hand signal. That's what we were talking about earlier. Oh, it's wide. But interesting again, yet another flick serve.
Yeah, flick serve, you know, it was short as well. He's just through on his service, just looking a little bit nervous.
There's no question, Darren, your point about the fact that the Indonesians are getting the better of these flat, fast exchanges.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Kai trying to change something there. He tried to go for the soft option. Super play from the Indonesian pairing. Flat pushes, gets the short lift.
Well, David Craig has called another fault for a double hit. And I think the Indonesians looking just as bewildered as the Chinese did when they were called.
Straight away with WIJAYA said, what for? Wijaya, trying to, under pressure, trying to change it, trying to flick over the head, but just didn't get the power.
It's such a clever return of serve, isn't he? He just puts enough pace on it that it gets past the net player. But really no weight on the shot for Fu Haifeng at the back to do anything with it. We should be able to work out what this means, Darren, shouldn't we? Serve, low serve to the tee every time he does that.
Yep, okay. I'll keep my eye on it then.
16.
Definitely low serve to the tee. Now you see, if the Indonesians had a coach sitting this end of the court, then they could give the signal to their players and tell them what serve's going to come.
17.
Good passage of play though with this. Good low serving.
Indonesian player needed that. Stop the roll. Great angle from Wijaya.
Yeah, that was 4 points in a row for the Chinese pair. Very animated Chen Xingdong.
Yeah, just a couple of sort of unforced errors from Gunawan at the net, just in the last 2 or 3 rallies. Great service return from Wijaya, pushing it down the middle.
It's wide. The whole momentum of that rally turned around by a wonderful defensive block from Tony Gunawan.
18 all.
Yep, good call by the line judge. All level.
Yeah, Fu taking no chances, going down the middle with his smash. Good placement, good power.
18.
Incredibly quick.
So so fast onto it. None of them wanting to give the lift away at this stage. But Fu so quick onto the tape.
That's one game point saved.
19-20.
But still game point for the world champions. And the reaction from Tony Gunawan as he saw his partner play the net shots into the net. Look at the height on that jump smash, just incredible. So their confirmation of the score, 21-19, second game, and we'll have a third decider coming up in just a moment.
然后你要在这个进行对抽的时候，你抽它没问题，只能切了最后，但你不能收，你一收难跟他顶上了，特别喜欢打成推压这一种。
Well, Darren, at one stage I really thought that the Indonesians at 14-11 seemed to be on the roll. They looked confident, and all credit to the Chinese who really turned it around.
Yeah, they did. They didn't let their heads. They didn't feel the pressure. They kept plugging away, just a point behind. Nearly behind the whole game. And just at the very end, got a couple of mistakes, and it just turned the game around. And it's so in the balance. Terrific game.
Wow. Equal number of winners from the front of the court from both the Chinese players, and that an indication of how competent they both are in all departments of the game. But I'm sure probably more smash winners from Fu Haifeng at the back of the court, both very sharp at the front. Well, Tony Gunawan, we know he's a great player in France, twice as many winners from him. Well, everything to play for, and I saw the Chinese coach frantically giving tactical advice to his men, Kai Yun and Fu Haifeng. And did you think, Darren, that the Indonesians looked a little bit dejected there?
I just think they've been a little bit disappointed. They were so close. Just the momentum just swinging slightly to the Chinese.
Well, I think this man could actually be the key, Tony Gunawan, because his play at the net is absolutely brilliant. In my opinion, probably the player in world badminton who reads the game the best at the net. He probably makes more interceptions and more decisive shots from the front of the court than any other player.
Oh, brilliant from WIJAYA. Again at the front, great tight low serve. Yeah, good return, but what placement for the third shot.
And the luck with WIJAYA, the net cord. But to a certain degree, you make your own luck, don't you?
Absolutely. Course of the game, it evens itself out, but a great drive for him. Very lucky there. No chance for the Chinese to get that one back.
Superb. Well, me having sung the praises of Gunawan at the net, the first few rallies, all the winners have come from WIJAYA at the night.
Absolutely, and the placement to be able to find the gaps, between the Chinese is brilliant.
Just too much, just wide.
2-4.
Definitely the right idea though, Darren. Little block across court.
Yeah, you see the Chinese didn't want to give the lift away, push it down the side. Good start from the Indonesians.
5-2.
Through at the rear of the court. Good smashes.
5.
Backhand side of Gunawan. Gunawan trying to get out, trying to change direction.
Put that away with venom. Just apologises for hitting his opponent.
4-5.
Yeah, clever smash from Gunawan. Didn't take the straight option, cross court. Backhand side of Fu. Wasn't expecting it. Came to the middle.
So good. Most players would have hit that smash straight, but WIJAYA, the ability, the technique to be able to hit that cross court. On that occasion, a flatter smash.
5.
This one here. So much flatter, aiming towards the right shoulder. One of the rare occasions that the Indonesians have been outmanoeuvred. And back level.
Terrific. Yeah, great play from Gunawan. Played a tight net shot. Kai not wanting to give the lift away. Really though, poor option because Gunawan was at the net waiting for the return.
Should have lifted it then to the back, give away a lift on that particular occasion.
Yeah, I mean, Gunawan at the net, he was on top of it anyway, there was only one outcome of it. You know, give the lift away, get back in the rally, then try and convert back into attack.
10-8.
very, very quick. And once again, the scores are level. On that occasion, the flick serve doing what it was supposed to do, gaining the advantage. And so Yun and CAI Haifeng have the narrowest of possible margins as they change ends in this deciding game. And in fact, it's the first time in the match that the Chinese pair have been in front. Deciding game, errors made. Still CAI Haifeng, well, I'm sure he has more winners, but he also has 10 of the 15 errors. Haifeng, remembering means high mountain. Certainly jumps high on his smashes, that's for certain. Good pressure play from WIJAYA. Indonesians at the far side of the court with the red shirts. Looking very positive still. CAI Haifeng wanting to change his racket. I think he may have actually broken the frame of the racket there, Darren. Didn't see the string go, did you?
No, and just there we just see him tap the floor with it. Just think slightly crack the edge of it. Super smash from through. Up he goes, so high.
And this could be a crucial passage of play. Indonesians have to keep their mental discipline here. Terrific rally.
Fantastic rally. CAI at one stage on the floor of the court, got up quickly, still managed to get it back. In the end, the non-stop attacking the Indonesians proved too much.
I think we need to keep our eye on CAI Haifeng. In these tight matches, he does get very tentative. Somehow has to try and stay relaxed.
Everything in that rally, best rally of the game so far. Long rally, both teams defending, both teams taking in the end. GUNAWAN just losing his patience a little bit.
match in progress for 50 minutes. Oh, that's a wild smash, and there's the sort of thing we were talking about. Game gets tight, and he sometimes does make these errors under pressure.
Yeah, if anything, you know, you'd think he'd bring it into the court a little bit, but he's still going for such a tight margin. The Indonesians might be a little bit dejected after that second game. I mean, they're certainly fired up again now. Incredible badminton. Both teams just not wanting to give the lift away. The driving rallies all stepping up onto it. And in the end, just the smash from through, just proving too much. Well, wasn't the best of low serves. Really punished by Gunawan. From Kai Yun. You see Kai so pleased with that, he moves on to it. It was a risky shot, but back line. 16-all. Candra! Simple error from Gunawan. That's valid. There we see the previous one hits the back line right on the edge. This time goes for the same shot, just missing. Well, it was a wonderful return of serve.
18-17.
Gunawan at full stretch. And the kill from hitting Gunawan on the back. Goodness gracious.
18-all.
You almost think sometimes it's worse to serve at this stage in the game.
Lifting the shuttle on to Fu Haifeng's forehand side.
19-18.
String's gone in his racket. That's why he lost control of the shots. And what a time for that to happen. Desperately unlucky for Gunawan. Could hear the strings snapping as he played the smash. And it means that the world champions now have 2 match points.
It's okay. Play, please. Play, please.
WIJAYA saying that he wants the shuttle changed. David Craig will make the decision.
It's not broken. Play.
And he says the shuttle is fine. Play on. Criticised the number of flick serves that the Chinese were using, but that was perfection. Real deception. And WIJAYA didn't even react. And the Indonesians just having a word with the service judge, saying, didn't you see that? Wasn't that high? But it wasn't called. And therefore, the world champions are through to their second All England final. Champions here 2 years ago.
Match 1 by Yun CAI Haifeng, China Yun, 18-21.
Well, there you have confirmation of the score. 21-18 in the deciding game.
关键是我们想打嘛，是不是？打，我们越来越紧，越打越虚，越往越后。所以说不能手要顶出去，这是一个。第二个，之前打出一侧，别人马上打对角。
Pretty happy with his players. And they've still got plenty of advice for them.
I would hate to see them if they'd lost.
Yes, delight for the Chinese. What a wonderful match to start our semi-finals day here at the Yonex All England Open Badminton.
So it's over.